when you're moving from place to place, Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Hi, good morning. Of course, welcome back. We are, of course, talking sports this morning. Just had a really nice interview there with Mr. David Thomas talking about Tobago Netball League. And of course, our final interviewee this morning, we're talking martial arts. We chatted with Mr. Julian Fletcher. Good morning to you, Mr. Fletcher.
Yeah, good morning.
Fantastic. And of course, thank you so much for joining us on set. New martial arts club in Tobago.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Right. Well, I teach Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Right.
It's growing rapidly around the world since the 70s or something like that, right?
Right.
But for some reason, the Caribbean barely has any touch in it. It's the crazy nature of that, right?
Right.
Obviously, as people know me, I grew up here in Tobago. Went across to the UK, served in Her Majesty's Army, and obviously learned some martial arts.
So you are still a soldier with the UK?
No, not anymore.
No, okay.
I've took my leave from that. Yeah.
But you had that experience.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
So while I was there, you learn martial arts. It's in your nature to be a fighter, you know.
Oh, right.
You want to learn to fight.
Okay.
In doing so, picked up this martial art. Very humbling. When you think you can fight, ooh, I don't know how to fight yet. And while I was there, obviously I left the army at a certain point. I started to teach the art.
Right.
At a certain stage, you can teach.
Right.
And been uplifting kids in the UK. And, you know, I can hand in hand be proud to say that I've assisted kids becoming world champions to this day in their respected weight and belt and age group. So I said, well, why don't I just go home and do that? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, who's better? Who's stronger and smarter as a people? Tobagonians.
Tobago, of course.
Like, why am I holding this back? So I gathered myself and come back home. Since last year, September, I've been doing seminars, probing to see if Trinidad and Tobago would want it. I've noticed they have it in Trinidad, but not in Tobago for some reason. So I said, okay, let me reach out and try and do this, right? Got the seminar going, got up to 35 people on the first 2 weeks.
That's in Tobago?
Just in Tobago alone, right? From women's self-defense to kids and even adults, right?
This is last year, September.
Last year, September. I went away and I was teaching it as well over WhatsApp Messenger. By video call. So I was up like at midnight trying to help these guys. I got work in the next 2-3 hours. You know, I'm tired, you know, so trying to help them. I said, no, this is looking promising, right? Came back in March, done it again. We got up to 50 people.
Right.
And I was like, right. Now we're seeing that there is interest and people are aware of it because through Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, people learn it through the likes of like the UFC. Right. So it's the art where you learn how to do joint manipulation and chokes, right? Where it's ground fighting.
Right.
So you get the person to the floor where they're at their weakest in a fight. Because if you think about it, right? We always think of fighting as hands up.
Yeah.
Right? But think about it. I can just run away.
Right. And live to fight the next day.
You live to fight another day. Right? What happens if someone grabs you?
Oh, you need to self-defense.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So then you end up tussling on the floor.
Right. Yes.
9 out of 10 fights end up on the ground. But who knows how to fight on the ground?
So this is what they mix. This is what the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That is what it's about.
Yeah.
It's not like the traditional martial arts where
it's not
punches and all these different things.
That's right.
So this is what you're going to be introducing, or what you have been introducing to Tobago.
Yes.
And you're now forming a club.
Yeah, it's already formed.
It's already formed. So for how can persons, watching this interview, get involved, where the club is located, and is there a fee to attach, the age group, stuff like that?
All right. Yeah. So we're currently in Orange Hill Road, Spring Garden.
Right.
Lot 22, if you want to be exact for the address.
Yeah.
All right. We don't have a sign up at the minute because we literally just started.
Okay.
Yeah, but there will be a sign up soon. Yeah. You can get onto me 713-2777. Right. That's my direct mobile number, my business line. You can get onto me through that if you want to find out any details. We also have Tobago Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu on Facebook. So literally just Tobago, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Before you even finish the word Brazilian, it's gonna come
It's gonna come up, okay.
Yeah.
Right. And you're gonna see videos
you're
and
gonna see
different content.
videos of what we're doing. Been helping some kids recently. The thing with Jiu-Jitsu is you learn really quickly, right? And it takes a level of intelligence to do it. And you'll be surprised because a lot of people, like myself, I struggled in school because the classroom set was always difficult. I was always good at PE.
Physical education.
Yeah. So
same here.
Anything physical I could learn.
Yes.
So people who learn that way, which is majority of people, funnily enough, right? They will find that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is really easy to get into, and it's then understanding the chess of an actual the combat on the floor. But it's what I would say though is in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is the only martial art I've seen that you can go 100% at somebody and not come away injured. So you can spar as
that's if you know what you're actually doing.
Yes,
because
exactly.
I mean, if I don't know what I'm doing, I'm gonna be pelting left, right.
Yeah.
But if you know that, if you know the art of what Jiu-Jitsu, then you wouldn't come out injured in that sense.
Right, because one thing, right? There's a saying in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. When a lot of people fight on the ground, right? It's like you can't swim. But Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner, he's a shark.
Right.
He knows every position, how to completely maim you.
Submission.
If he chose to. And that's the key, is if he chooses to.
If he chooses to.
So obviously with Jiu-Jitsu being such a humbling art, you learn self-control.
Right.
You learn how to control like your anger, how to output, what is the limitations of the body, you know? So the biomechanics and everything that you learn in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu can help all of the sports. And even your self-defense for the likes of being in really hard situations, tough positions, and being able to overcome. So it teaches you even maturity.
Right.
It teaches you a mental strength. It teaches you so much, and it applies to life. It's like one of my students, he comes to me, he said, oh, life is a struggle right now, you know? But we have a thing in Jiu-Jitsu, we say, you don't tap to pressure. Just because it's pressure, you don't tap. Because life comes with pressure. That doesn't mean you just quit. You have to live through the pressure. Because just like in life, there is that wave. You know, you have low points, you have high points, but that wave keeps coming. And that's how Jiu-Jitsu
So it strengthens you mentally as well.
Yes, exactly.
Fantastic. And just before we wrap this interview, once again, it sounds really exciting. I'm hoping that outside of the community, you will probably target the schools as well. Because I'm thinking that we have a lot of anger management at schools. And if you can get this kind of program to help them curb all the anger and transfer it to another style of aggression in a particular way.
Since I've been back, I've noticed that. I've noticed people don't have outlets. So they're so hunkered in and focused on, I need to achieve this. But then there's no point to switch that off.
Yes.
So for me, Jiu-Jitsu has always been that. You get what I'm saying? So it's always been a point to calm the mind in the storm. You know, it's until done, you won't understand. Right?
Fantastic.
But it's a beautiful thing.
So and once again, let's give you a number and where you are located so persons interested can get involved there.
So my mobile number is 712.
Right.
So sorry, take that back. 713-2777. You can also find me on Tobago Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu on Facebook.
Right.
And if you are interested in watching a couple of videos, which they're all on Facebook anyway, Tobago BJJ, one word on Instagram as well.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Don't hesitate.
I want to wish you all the best, and I want to thank you for coming back home and, of course, trying to give back to Tobago. And I trust that all the persons that you engage in this this Brazilian form of fighting, if you want to put it that way, you know, it's going to redound to the benefits of Tobago and Trinidad and Tobago by extension. So, guys, we've been chatting with Mr. Julian Fletcher. Of course, he's here trying to get your young people involved in something meaningful. We've been chatting, of course, sports this morning. What a wonderful morning. I want to thank you for staying with Tobago Updates Sport and, of course, Tobago Updates Television. I'm going to throw you over to Tobago Notes, of course, and Good Morning Tobago with Candice Jackson. Remember to stay safe out there. We have netball happening tomorrow, Windball cricket, of course, on Saturday, and a number of other things happening in Tobago. Of course, the Tobago Rifle Club Championship up there at Bayleaf John Dahl side up there. All right, so guys, your boy Marcus Daniel out. We're going to take a short break. Don't forget to share the live. Tobago Notes up next.